This is NPR's All Things Considered. I'm going to talk way too close into the microphone to make it sound like I'm whispering in your ear. Today we have a story on the pygmies of South America.
Oh
yes, I'm your host Spike,
I'm Victor.
and we're going to be really talking in with some plosives and some sibilant S's.
How much longer are we?
I think that's
are
good.
we done
enough.
with that?
Yes, we are done with that. Jesus, that bit can only last so long. Welcome to the Transmit Podcast for real. We both introduced ourselves, but in a weird whispery voice. So we're going to see if that's a cool thing. We got a couple of things planned for you today. We're going to subject you to, and we're going to see if we can make this bearable. All right?
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about. Here you got some chickens. You got more chickens.
This is the story.
This is the story. You got more. Your girlfriend is now flooding your life with poultry.
Yeah.
Oh, your wife. Sorry.
And it's not a paltry amount of poultry. It's a lot of poultry.
You got three more. Did she sell you on these somehow? These are special.
So we're driving,
chicks.
and she's looking at her phone as she's driving. As she does. And she's looking at Facebook while we're.
She's driving and looking at her phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's driving and looking at Facebook, and then.
Okay.
She sees one of the groups that she follows on Facebook. I don't know. There's these three little lavender chickadoodles or whatever.
I saw them. They were adorable.
And then she's like, she does that big gasp that she does.
That's a sign you may have to spend some money soon.
I don't spend money on it. She can buy her own things. But
you've set boundaries well with this.
So I'm like, why is she all into that? What is the deal? And normally it would be like, oh, okay, she does that sound and says oh, she's looking at little baby chicks, right?
Yeah, it's like the way I look at kitten or cat or dog videos.
But it was in her mind, something had clicked. It was it wasn't just a normal gasp. It was like a gasp. It was like, oh,
this needs to be part of my life.
That could work for what I've been trying to do, because she's trying to, what do they call it? She's trying to break one of the hens from brooding.
Oh, it's been in that. I know. I've seen it out there.
Mood.
It's been in that pen for a while.
Yeah, it's not coming out or something.
So she needs to give it something to fulfill it.
Yeah, so she thinks, oh, if I put baby chickens in there, it'll think that it gave birth to chickens. It'll start living a normal life, and it'll feel like it has purpose again.
It is a bird with a brain the size of a peanut, so yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess that's why we have more.
You have three more chickens now that you may have to buy a new what do they call that coop for?
Yeah, chicken coop.
So congratulations, your life is getting full of farm animals.
It's about 8 chickens now.
Oh my god! And we're fostering a cat. Is it fostering, or are we just cat sitting still? When does it turn into our cat?
Well, we also have a cat that's
who's her dad's
walking about the house. It's Samantha's dad's cat.
It's like having kind of a moody roommate.
Yeah. So he's trying to, he can't have cats with his current roommate.
Yeah.
His roommate had enough of cat.
At a certain point, don't we all?
And so he has to move out, and he's gonna find his own place, which is good.
Yeah, but
in the meantime, the cat has to be here until he gets his new place.
So this is still a cat sitting scenario. We're not.
This is a cat hotel.
Okay, I'm wondering, at what point is she just gonna say, "So the cat's ours now, right?" And you're gonna be like, "Yes."
I am very confident that that's not going to happen.
Oh, really?
Because her father does really like the cat.
Oh,
he wants the cat back as soon as possible.
I can tell, because it obviously doesn't like us. Let me tell you. Oh, hey, check it out. My scorpion's out.
Oh, cool.
Well, you don't seem like it's that cool, do you? Okay, anyway.
Is there Sub-Zero? Is your Sub-Zero out too?
Well, my tarantula's out. You can see him right there. Yeah, I got some weird pets because my last place wouldn't let me have anything other than what's in a container of some sort.
I want to lean.
There you go.
How's this?
Yeah. A little closer to you.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, listen, I'll move that around, and we'll figure out a way to get that microphone way up on you.
All right, I'm just
still working it out.
Listeners, I'm just messing around with the microphone.
Do you want me to? Here, try pushing it up.
I think this just needs to go back right here.
Okay, well, don't do it yet. Okay, let's hold. Okay, wait. How about this?
A few moments later.
I told them you can't have hamsters anymore.
I haven't said. Okay, and we're back. So yeah, my last place Yeah, only let me have stuff in containers, basically. So I had to get weird pets as opposed to, like, cuddly pets. So I have a tarantula that jumps and a scorpion that is the symbol for most evil things, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you're like a part of a martial arts team who are the bad guys in an 80s movie.
Yeah, we're the scorpions or something. Yeah.
Your logo is a scorpion.
Right, and if you're the good guys, it's like a tiger or, like, I don't know, something majestic.
Like an eagle.
Or a plant, like in The Karate Kid.
It's a
it's
bonsai
literally,
tree.
literally just a bonsai tree. Okay. Like, it's wussy, but it also, you can't confuse it with, that could be evil, I guess. I don't know.
There's no way a bonsai tree is evil.
There's no way a bonsai
But
tree.
scorpions,
Scorpion,
that's a bad guy.
That's a motherfucker. Or a snake, I guess. That's
snake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, cobras.
Yep. So, God, I only got evil animals. Great.
Tarantulas, like, that's the bad martial arts team.
That is, yeah. But it's a cute... The tarantula jumps, by the way. That's why I never handle it.
Yeah.
Because it literally will jump from one hand to the other incredibly quickly.
You know, it would be cool
What?
if you built a spider crawl or a scorpion crawl all around the top of your room.
That would be cool. I'd want a different tarantula because that one's an arboreal tarantula. So you need one that's taller than it is wide.
Oh, that's true.
I almost got a tarantula, like an old world, like a mean one, but I missed the opportunity by like 5 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have totally bought it because my old tarantula died. That was in that container, and I went with a scorpion. What I want to talk about? Oh yes, at my work. I think I told you about this, but I wanted to share it on the podcast. I scared the crap out of a new hire because I kept telling him that we had a secret report I had to fill out on him, and so what I didn't know was I was actually scaring him as well as making him laugh. Because I kept saying, like, dude, just don't fuck up, man. Okay, I gotta put it in your secret report. And apparently, like, no matter how many times I told him it was a secret report, it never occurred to him that you don't tell someone about a secret report.
Well, this could have been going through his head.
What was that?
Either he wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah?
Or it's like, oh, this guy's trying to help me out. He's telling me about the secret report.
Yeah.
So I won't say anything about the secret report, but
yeah,
he knows,
he's
and maybe he likes me a little bit.
Maybe because we have this thing where we're supposed to shadow each other. So he shadows me and watches me work, and then I shadow him and make sure he does it right. And he's kind of skittish, so he's like, he doesn't want to do a 3-point turn because someone would have to wait like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And so we go our separate ways, and the next day I get a different guy. I have to watch him work, and he's a much older black guy, and he's like got this really calm demeanor. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, well, I'm guessing that since this is my last day, you're going to have the final word. And I'm like, why would I have the final word? I'm just some schmuck. He's like, what? But the other guy was saying that you're going to fill out a report, and I just die laughing. Because he fully bought it. He was like, but he's telling me that this guy was like, oh, God, I'm going to get fired. I've just started this job. Oh, God.
Well, you didn't get one person to buy it. You got two people to buy this.
I got two people to buy it. I didn't have the heart. I respected this older guy more because he had like several kids, and he felt like he had a life behind him, like a substantial life. Because he was like up in the we were working near where he lived, and he's like rolling down the window and talking to people he tried to mentor, like literally like that guy's falling back in with the bad crowd, and Jesus is told and maybe telling me to move on and help someone else. And this other guy's like, so yeah, I'm a little nervous and I don't want to drive too fast and I don't want to do a 3-point. I'm like, just hurry the fuck up. And so I had a much better time with this older guy who I have nothing in common with, as opposed to this other like short white dude who's also kind of a nerd. Mm-hmm. So
he fits in right with
he should have, but he did not. He was like, anyone ever call you? He's had like all these weird like rhymes with my names. Like, anyone call you Budge? And I'm like, no, damn, fuck. So it's like, well, you went right back to middle school with this. And it's like, no, come on, come up with something interesting at least. Wait.
Yeah, getting used to a new work culture is kind of hard. You gotta figure out what the new work culture is,
Yeah, he was having trouble. Like he's gonna be on for a while until he decides to quit or does something so egregious they can't not fire him. But it's still like he thought there was way more accountability than there actually was at my job. Anyway.
What does that mean, more accountability?
Well, he's...
Oh, as in the reports?
Yeah, reports, and also like he's like, oh, what if they find out I did something slightly wrong? It's like, yeah, they're not gonna know. Listen, they're tracking you a little bit, but honestly, as long as the orders get delivered vaguely on time, you're good. Don't worry about it. And he's still got that. He's like so new that he has no idea.
And he's calling you Budge.
He's calling me Budge. So he tried to. I was like, no, don't start with that. Okay, so okay, listen. How about we do a little bit of news?
All right.
I like using the sound effects.
I imagine a silver newsroom with two news anchors, a male and a female.
Oh yeah.
The man is on the left side of the screen, and the female is always on the right side of the screen.
No, I can see that. Here, pull that a little closer to you. You're getting a little bit of that thing where the sound comes up. There you go.
All right, how is this good?
There you go. Yeah.
You're at the top.
No, you right there. You're about a fist away, like Joe Rogan says. So you can lean, but just get it about a fist away. I'm noticing it kind of picks up.
All right.
So it'll be
I'm
quiet.
about a fist away now, I think.
Yes, you are. This thing is pretty cool because it'll adjust, and so I'm noticing it went. And so anyway, so how about we talk about? Oh, there's a guy in Germany. I'm looking for this story right now. No, I've lost it. No. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, let me see here. Where is it? Okay, so.
Okay.
Nope. I lost it again. Oh, come on. Let's cut this out. Well, I finally, God, this is.
You're not going to let me vamp?
Well, I don't know if you can now, honestly.
Starting the vamp.
Well, listen, if you had, like, news like I do. Okay, I found it, though. Okay, so according to Wired magazine, a guy used hundreds of phones, like about 100 phones. He dragged them along in this little red wagon around a town in Germany, and with the location service on. And do you know to what effect he was doing it?
I have no idea.
Basically, he could like generate a false traffic jam anywhere he wanted by having 100 phones he borrowed and just kind of walking slowly because it made the algorithm think that these phones represented cars.
Oh.
So there's this video where you just see like the real-time location of this guy, and it keeps turning red wherever he is. Which is something that could be maybe monstrous, like if someone needs to get to the hospital quickly.
So he's kind of like a supervillain.
Technically, he's like the low end. He's like Kite Man or like the Condiment King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Or like Butters is Captain Chaos, right?
Yeah. Yes. So this guy, he's German, so obviously he's an asshole. Called Simon Weckert. He's like an artist, and so
oh my God, are we back to the performance artists?
it's another fucking performance artist.
Damn it.
Dicking around with people. Fucking see the bane of our modern existence is performance artists, because it's not just them. Like you usually think performance artists, you think like Scarlet Checkers, like just on the street doing contortionist for tips, or a guy paints himself silver and like does a weird stance for an hour. Mm-hmm. But this guy is like this is the next level of evil performance artists.
So we've got bananas and false traffic jams.
And that guy who did the beer thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like some sort
service
of
animal.
Yeah, some sort of guerrilla marketer or something. Okay, let's see here. A little more. Back to the coronavirus again. Apparently, hundreds of people have been arriving from overseas here to the San Diego area
with the coronavirus.
Well, they're fleeing it and they're being quarantined. It looks like they're coordinating with the CDC, and they're going to the bachelor enlisted quarters and inns at Miramar Base. Mm-hmm. So if you go up north from San Diego a little bit. It's around where those boobs are, basically. The nuclear boobs. Mm-hmm. That's where the Marines do their outdoor training. Basically, they do their survival stuff and their field training out on this coast. And so, basically, bachelor enlisted quarters are like where you slightly higher enlisted ranks, or maybe even lower ones, depending on like what their situation is, will go if they don't have like a wife with them. Okay. So that's where they house them. So they're being quarantined there. And that's kind of that. I'm not sure how scared to be of that. I know it has a really low kill rate even compared to the flu, but yeah, I know now where they're going, and it's like here basically.
So all of the coronavirus,
like a lot of them are coming here because.
So this is cool because the coronavirus is going to evolve into like a zombie virus. They're all going to break out. They're all going to start attacking San Diego, and then we're going to have to
fight. Well, luckily I have this axe here next to the.
Yeah.
Why do you think I have this? It wasn't just because I went to an axe throwing bar with Mason.
Yeah, and I've got cameras set up around the facility so we can,
You mean your home? Is that what you're calling your home now? The facility?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's actually a cool name for it. We just say, hey, you want to go to the facility? And it's like that's just our code for go home.
Yeah. So, if there's any zombies coming from the west, the east, the north, or the south, I will be able to spot them pretty good. And
Well, it's a ring of security. It's not exactly like a high end like.
shut up.
You're gonna be if you're seeing them on that, it means you're staring at your phone. It's not like it alerts you. You have to like.
It does actually alert when there's movement.
When there's really.
Yeah.
I gotta set that setting then.
Yeah, there's a setting that alerts for movement.
I just keep getting the alerts for like, oh hey, this guy robbed us. Like it's a porch pirate. It's always porch pirates or like some weirdo licking doorknobs.
I'll show you how to do the settings later.
Okay, let's do that later.
I'm trying to make it sound cool. In case of an actual zombie apocalypse, this isn't probably the greatest stronghold.
It is not. Well, listen, you need some bars on the window. You don't even have. Well, I don't think you own it. You personally don't own a gun. And listen, if you want to survive the zombie apocalypse, you need a shotgun.
Let's just say there are weapons. Maybe not as powerful as a shotgun in here, but there are.
Well, there's
projectile weapons.
My fists. Yeah.
Did I say that we have projectile weapons on this?
You can say you own a gun. It's fine.
Joe Rogan does, so.
Yeah, see, if Joe Rogan owns a gun, like it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a little bit of.
So if you ever thinking about coming to this place,
well, that's going to be in video games though, like that style of like it used to be like, oh, he found a note like in video game, like that's how they tell the story, or they found a recording. Now, like when you go into a house, you're going to see, oh, you can access their Ring security thing and see like, oh, the person get eaten by the zombies in the front yard.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a cool like thing to
found
see.
Footage movie.
Yeah, or in video, like in games, like where they find the note that tells the story of like someone who's like, I'm going to the shelter.
Oh, now they just find a phone or something.
Now they find a phone with the Ring like stuff on it.
Yeah, they're just going through all the different Ring happenings.
Yeah. All right. What I did want to talk about was what I think is kind of cool. I don't know if you do. That SOCOM is buying a whole bunch of light attack craft that are propeller based. So SOCOM is Special Operations Command, and basically, you know how we're fighting a lot of terrorists now.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like using a fighter jet, which costs like tens of thousands of dollars per flight hour, you can use one of these.
Today is the 86, a turboprop powered.
Oh, I did it again. I just
light strike and training platform intended to fulfill the increasing need by air powers to field a reliable and proven multi-role solution.
It looks like just a World War II airplane,
or considered overkill
but
in
newer.
Certain theaters.
So instead of like
the
oldest bombs,
marketed
it has like a bunker buster laser guided bomb.
Technologically advanced,
and you look in there and it's got like current avionics, so it's super cool. Like this idea that it's cheaper to use this against terrorists than it is like an F-16 or an F-18.
Its two-seat configuration is also suitable for transitioning pilots to more advanced jet-powered.
Because you can fly it off a dirt runway because you don't have to worry about a turbine. You can put like all sorts of modern avionics in it, and it costs like $1,000 an hour to run.
I'm curious what the comments are of this.
Oh, here let's.
So,
I'm gonna hear you. How about you vamp for a minute? What you think about what do you think they'll be?
Well, I'm looking at it, and I think there might be some arguments going on because we're saying this is new technology, yet it looks like World War II era planes. So I'm thinking maybe like people are saying like, oh my gosh, this is so dumb. Like you'd think that they'd have better technology by now. Like this is stupid. And then like you'd have other people saying, well, actually, like this is highly efficient and technologically advanced.
Okay, I didn't have the most. Well-known video. It looks like a lesser-known guys just ripped this off some other site because there's only one comment on this video.
And what does it say?
BESOS, Besos.
Besos.
So that's the comment. They usually
it's Spanish for kisses.
Oh, kisses. So he that guy must really like this idea. Well, yeah, because the concept is like, it costs. You don't need like a F-18 or a stealth bomber to bomb a terrorist. Because he's not in a bunker. He's not like they don't have jets. So a guy with like machine guns mounted on a propeller plane that apparently, like I looked up into it, this thing would cost like by flight hour like 1/16 the cost of an F-18 and 1/60 the cost of an F-22.
Okay, that's super cheap.
Yeah, because jets are just getting more expensive. Like fourth generation jets are incredibly expensive to run.
Yeah. So how does that make me feel that the U.S. government is now sparing expense?
Well, I think it's a matter.
Before it was like, no, we spare no expense in the safety of our country.
Well,
but
that's when we had to fight like the Russians, and they were making new MiGs every year.
yeah.
Because now, like our guys are like going up against people who put like bombs made out of coolers outside of the road.
It's true. I'm sure we still have the jets for in case the Russians or the Chinese
Oh yeah,
attack.
we're always gonna have jets because China's still a thing, but this isn't for use everywhere. This is for use in very specific environments, and also as a training platform and to move pilots around.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool. Like a propeller plane is now a very viable option depending on who you're fighting.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I would be more interested if I invested in military stocks.
Well, you can
I don't invest in weapons or anything.
Well, you don't have to invest in weapons. You can invest in a company that makes that plane because it's also a trainer. It's also probably like it can be used probably like you see we have like an airfield like over in El Cajon and in south of the Miramar Air Base or Miramar. It's just it's just a bunch of propeller planes they use to fly around or drag signs. So you can invest in Boeing, and they also like Boeing and GE, they make fighter jets, but they also make like airliners.
Yeah, and I kind of do because I have is Boeing on the S&P 500 because I have S&P 500, so I indirectly do support war probably.
Yes, you listen. These giant multinational companies, they're into a lot of different stuff, and a lot of the places that make things probably make components for military hardware.
That's true.
So who knows about that?
Yeah, I'm staying away from it as an individual stock, though.
I got you. You know what? I'm going to invest counter to you to make up for that. I'm going to just invest in nothing but military stocks.
Yeah, you could totally.
Boom. I mean, I'm going to be like Daddy Warbucks, like literally war bucks.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't invest in like any of the petroleum or oil or what.
Oh, you totally should. That was a great time to invest in oil.
Yeah,
No, it's probably not. Honestly, we're shifting away to like natural gas. Okay, what I want to do. You seemed interested in this. There's a trailer I wanted to react to since I had a lot of time with the Fast 9 one, and I think I found something that's almost as awesome as the Fast 9 trailer.
Okay.
There's a movie called Baaghi. I think it's a Indian film.
Oh, okay. Everybody, he's full screening it. You have not. Spike has not full screened any videos yet.
I like not this episode. We full screened on the last trailer reaction, but now this deserves a full screen experience.
Okay.
So there's like a convoy.
The desert.
There's a
looks
flag.
Like, it looks like Terry's.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's like a hot terrorist.
No, he's a good guy. And he's like a foot away from a vehicle explosion. And they're like, he's got family. For some reason, his family's in the military. He fights people in a military fashion, but he's always wearing a t-shirt or something. It's like this is his life. He's a lovable guy. His
Whoa.
wife, some woman has like huge muscles. Oh, that's his girlfriend. Oh, what the? Muscles.
So this guy's buff, yeah.
This guy's buff. This needs to be half his character.
Is that like an anime like stop kind of slide thing?
I think it is. Like, he's.
Oh, it's like Roadhouse.
It's a little like no,
Indian.
it's not. It is and it's not. Like, I don't know how serious to take this because at once it's super serious, but also not. So he's like martial arting the hell out. It's like you don't mess with the Zohan, except it's taken like way more seriously. It's now you're in Syria, and he's like apparently doing some work there, and his buddy's like Skyping into him, and here come the Terrys, and I'm guessing it's his brother. He's watching him get beat up over Skype.
Anything happens to my brother, I'll kill both of you.
So now he speaks English. What the fuck? Okay, so now he has to go to like Terry land. And now so apparently, yeah, India hates terrorists as much as we do. We need to really ally ourselves with India, if their movies are to be believed. So, he's doing that cool thing where he arrives and
It almost looks like a Michael Bay kind of Transformers.
it really does. Like
type movie.
It's one of those things where he's showing up in like another country with his sunglasses through the airline, and he has to make contact with the locals, and now he's gonna go find these Terrys. And it's like it's weird. You saw like he's like he's like throwing a kick at people in like a movie theater. Like that shows he's
almost doing like the Chun-Li kicks in the movie theater.
Yeah, right. He's like, and this is just in a theater. Like apparently they don't have laws against like beating people viciously.
Maybe there's a law for like a brawl.
I
Like
guess
it's
so.
okay to brawl for certain reasons.
Oh, and now so it's not. So apparently, this is the Terry guy. He's like oh wait, this is the main guy. He's got like a turban, and now you see like his main thing is like this. The main character is buff,
And he's a martial artist.
and he's a martial artist
And
buff.
he doesn't give a shit about tanks.
Yeah, he's like surrounded by tanks. They use tanks as like you see like people use like motorcycles in a movie, or they like peel up and they like, surround
you.
him. Except they use literal tanks. And there's like the.
No one can stop me.
I don't know what's with the sporadic English. And like he's like standing on like a pile of military vehicles.
Maybe this is them trying to open into the American market right here.
I hope so. I want to watch this. And like he's doing the slow motion run. Is that now? He's ripping off his shirt. He is jacked. That man does nothing but CrossFit and eat protein.
It's very CrossFit looking.
And is like you can tell they took some inspiration from like Wonder Woman there. He's like firing 2 guns.
This is like what 90s, but this is like a cliche version. Like you're watching a 90s movie, right?
Yeah.
And this is a 90s movie making fun of itself, like
This is
80s movies.
I think this is a 2000 movies, like having 90s energy, making fun of the idea of what 80s movies thought were cool.
This is like, you're watching Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
And they had to make all the movies look ridiculous. And
Except
stuff.
it's serious. It's more serious than that.
This is like a movie that actually is that movie.
Yes, this is
He's
like
just shooting like 2 like.
he's like shooting 2 M4s, just for no reason. He's doing bizarre like
What is he shooting at? He's just like.
he's just angry shooting. Look, he's like swinging on a line, and then he's like swinging towards this grenade. I know he's gonna like smack it or something. I don't know. Let's find
He's
out.
gonna kick it. He's gonna karate kick it.
Oh no, they missed that. And he's doing sweet like martial arts moves. He's
Whack?
running a.
It said whack.
It's
right
whack,
there.
smack.
Smack.
These are. Wait. That is literally written on the screen. Whack and smack. Like. It's like when a Chinese buffet calls itself Happy Lucky Good Times Buffet.
Yeah.
You can tell they're trying to like cater.
Whack. Smack.
It's like Batman except badass. The old Adam West one. Attack. Oh, and now he's like doing drop kicks and a lot of yelling. He's throwing guns. Oh, there's the Wonder Woman. He's got like that helicopter door he's using as a shield. Oh, and now the helicopters. Wait, one of those is just a Chinook. What the fuck?
This is like The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, and like Jason Momoa. All our action heroes rolled up into one guy.
Right, and listener, there were like 3 helicopters, and they decided to hover like 5-10 feet away from him and start shooting. One of them was a Chinook that doesn't have fucking guns. It's like they just had access to really good editing software and some talent, but they forgot to like check stuff.
Yeah, those are all fictional helicopters that exist.
No,
deep.
Those helicopters exist. They have models for them, except only 2 of them had guns capability. One of them is an American Chinook. The others are like Russian. I really want to see this movie because like there's helicopter crashes everywhere. Oh, that's where you see him like standing on the helicopters, and now he's like punching. And that's a real punch actually. So I'm not sure. I cannot tell if this is.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Great. He like. Okay, picture, listener, the movie Equilibrium, where he gets surrounded by 6 guys, and then he beats them all with like the backs of his guns. He like flips his guns around and pistol whips them all. Except instead of them reacting immediately, he kicks them all and hits them all, and then steps away, and then they all break. It's like it's total anime bullshit.
It's like the fisticuffs version of like the super sharp samurai sword.
Yeah.
Where he does all like the swings and stuff, and then the guy's standing there.
And then he puts the sword away, and then it falls.
And the
apart.
guy falls apart into like a bunch of pieces.
It's like
he
that.
did that except with punches and kicks.
And he broke them.
All the Terrys were just standing there like normal, and then all of a sudden, a couple seconds later, all the joints break.
March 6th. If this is being streamed into America, we need to watch this movie.
That was the 3rd one, and it's, I guess a trilogy of.
We're at number 3. There's no excuse for us not to see this movie now. We have to see number 1 and 2, obviously, to know how this all pans out.
Man, go to that scene again. I want to see that scene.
Okay, let's see that. Now
have commercials. You didn't do ad block. You didn't buy the special YouTube
No, I didn't buy.
YouTube Premium. That.
No, I'm not a sucker.
लोग रिश्तों में हदें पार करते हैं
All these hits. He's like tapping them, and then they all break. And he looks at the camera. I can't tell. Like, this is like the best. If this is parody, this is the best form of parody where they play it incredibly straight. It's like Blazing Saddle, or not Blazing Saddle, like Airplane, where they just like everyone delivers every line super dead serious.
Yeah.
I don't know, like this, but it has the budget and the energy and the choreography of like a big budget stupid action movie. I don't know.
It looks like a Michael Bay, like on a good day. Like he got a lot of money to make this film. And,
yeah, minus the nihilism and hatred for humanity. And
well, it might be in there.
it might be in there. Listen, this is just a trailer. We don't know, but we need to see this. We need to see 1 and 2 first, obviously. The Baaghi verse has to be explored fully.
Baaghi.
Baaghi.
Baaghi 3.
The Baaghi verse is the new. Listen, listener, this is a Super Awesome Showdown recommendation.
How do we get our hands on these movies?
Well, I'm betting we could rent this somewhere. Here, what would you do if? Where would you? How far would you drive to see this movie? While I look this up.
Well, definitely, probably to LA.
Okay, it looks like we can rent Baaghi 2 for, let me see. We can rent the second one.
All right, how much is
Come on. Okay, you can rent it for $4.99
on YouTube?
on YouTube or $3.99 standard definition. Okay, here. I have a plan. Hang on, let me sit back down.
Freaking Baaghi. Baaghi 2.
Here's my suggestion.
I wonder if they have like a Bollywood dance in there somewhere.
Listen, if they don't, I'm going to demand my money back. So look, here's my plan. What I think we should do is we should rent this movie, set this up somewhere, and actually we just set this up here and we watch it on this screen here, and we just talk over it.
That would be pretty entertaining.
I think that'd be a ton of fun. Or we just do a review on it. I don't know. We'll do both. Fuck it.
We'll watch it and then we'll come back with like, kind of
With some
let
ideas.
it sink in for a couple days.
Yes.
And then be like,
Well, re-rent it.
I think what they were trying to go for was
Yeah, exactly. This movie, obviously, this isn't like the Birds of Prey movie. This requires deep exploration. There's no way we cannot talk about this. We have to like take a film class and also a philosophy class to understand Baaghi 3.
the guy is definitely like a mutant. He's definitely got superpowers.
It's
like the X-Men universe.
But you saw he
almost.
did that like circle punch thing. That's like almost a real move right there. That's like literally you can do that, and like that's just a straight blast from Wing Chun.
But does it take the guy like a couple seconds to react to the pain?
No, he reacts pretty quickly if you start punching him in the face multiple times. Oh my god. Okay, so listen, listener, we're gonna work out how we can rent this movie and then like talk over it or review it. I don't know.
It's like McBain. It's like if they made McBain real.
It's like Steven Seagal, McBain. What was it? I'm totally spacing. The Muscles from Brussels.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Like like Die Hard, all mixed together with a little Matrix and a little like Wonder Woman.
And like some topical terrorists, scenery.
A little bit of topicalness. So that's the Michael Bay influence.
Yeah.
With them Terrys.
And definitely probably some military influence. I didn't see any like U.S. military.
No, yeah, this is from another
India.
country. So this is India. So he's like he's not going to be driving an M1 Abrams. This guy is like punching tanks out. He's not like using he used guns for a minute, but he didn't like shoot anyone. He was just shooting them in the air.
Yeah, the most stereotypical shooting guns into the air scene.
He wasn't even like yelling. He was just looking intensely.
Like Duke Nukem, kind of.
Like Duke Nukem. Oh my god.
This is if they made Duke Nukem the movie, actually, almost, isn't it?
Yes. Listen, we're okay. Listen. We're only gonna ramble at this point. So what I'm gonna do? We have to cool down after this. This is like after an intense like BDSM session. You have to cool down afterwards. So here we go.
It's called after BDSM. It's called what's it called?
It's called cool down.
Afterplay or something? Aftercare.
Aftercare, yeah. We have to take care of ourselves. I have to sip like wine or something to chill out.
You need to chill out. Smoke a doobie.
I got some of those somewhere. Shit. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Whew. Okay, so listener, thank you for tuning in to the Transmit Podcast. We know what we're doing next week, right?
Definitely.
We have an idea. I don't think honestly, if we start watching this, I don't know if we can really predict where this evening's going.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm your host Spike,
I'm Victor.
and we'll see you next time.